Pontmain is the second most visited shrine in the whole of France, and the events that took place here on the 17th of January 1871 have gone down in history.
The events in Pontmain on the 17th of January 1871 have been officially recognised by the Catholic Church, and here in the centre of the village is where it all started. It was 6 o'clock in the evening. Night had fallen. It was dark and very cold, and the ground was covered in snow. It was the time of the Franco-Prussian War, and the Prussian army were advancing on Laval, 50 kilometres to the south of Pontmain. Many local men had left the village to fight in the French army. By candlelight, Eugène and Joseph Barbadette, aged 12 and 10, were working in the barn with their father. Eugène paused for a break and went outside. The sky was clear and dotted with stars. Suddenly in the night sky he saw a beautiful lady. She smiled gently at him. His brother Joseph joined him outside, and he too could see the lady. The two brothers described the sight to their father. She was a beautiful young lady with a very blue dress full of stars, a golden crown on her head with a red border, and a black veil behind her shoulders, with blue and gold slippers on her feet. Both boys remarked on her beauty and her sweet smile. Their father was concerned as he could see nothing in the sky, and when their mother arrived, she couldn't see anything either. After their supper, the family returned to the barn. The boys could still see the beautiful woman in the sky. Their mother went to fetch the nuns, convinced that they would be able to see it. When the sisters arrived, they were accompanied by two children who were boarding with the nuns, Françoise and Jeanne-Marie. Several neighbours, intrigued by the commotion, also looked to the sky, but only the children could see the beautiful lady. The nuns hurried to fetch the parish priest, Abbé Guérin, but all he could see was the starry night. It was then, according to the children, that the lady surrounded herself with a large blue oval and 4 candles, and a small red cross appeared over her heart. By now, almost the whole village had gathered in front of the barn. People were talking and asking the children questions. All the children could see this beautiful lady, but none of the adults could. As the people prayed, the apparition changed. More stars appeared on her dress and gathered below her feet, and she smiled again. As the prayers continued, golden letters appeared at the feet of the vision. "But pray, my children." The children spelled out the letters that came one at a time. "God will hear you in a short time," they read. More prayers were said and hymns were sung, and 5 more words appeared, underlined by a golden line. "My son lets himself be touched." The villagers realised it must be the Virgin Mary because she says, "my son." With tears in their eyes, the adults asked the children to repeat the message over and over again. They sang the hymn, Mother of Hope, and the Virgin Mary raised her arms, moving her fingers in time with the singing. Towards the end of the hymn, the letters disappeared. When they began to sing My Sweet Jesus, Mary's face became sad again. In her hands she held a large red cross. The children said they had never seen such a sad face. Then a star appeared and proceeded to light the 4 candles in the sky. The large red crucifix disappeared, and Mary looked up, stretching out her hands again towards the children and smiling. 2 white crosses appeared on her shoulders. The priest led the villagers in their evening prayers, and slowly towards the end of the prayer, a veil covered the beautiful woman, and smiling, she gradually faded away. From the very first days after the event, even before the church had recognised the authenticity of the apparition, pilgrims flocked to the site to pray. Today there are around 300,000 pilgrims a year, and 4,000 a day on the anniversary and on the Feast of Assumption. The Catholic Church decided to build a new church in honour of the vision. The first stone was laid on the 17th of June 1873, and the church was finally completed in 1890 and consecrated on the 15th of October 1900. The basilica was designed by the Franco-English architect Eugene Hawke, who also designed the Palais de Justice in Château-Gontier and the church at Chillon, amongst many other projects in the department. It features large coloured stained glass windows, and the two towers house a total of 39 bells weighing over 11 tons. You can still visit the thatched barn in the centre of the village where the two boys were working when the vision first appeared, and regular services are held at the basilica every day throughout the year, 4 on weekdays and 5 on Saturdays and Sundays.
Whatever you believe happened on that cold winter night 150 years ago, you can't deny that the village leaves you very peaceful and stress-free, and there's a little bit of magic that just leaves you wondering what exactly those children saw.